Hi everyone, welcome to my 100 days of creating. Today is day one for me. I'm using my first booklet signature and I'm excited. I usually am really excited at day one. Let's see how that goes. I decided to work on a separate piece of paper and then I'll stick it on my first page. So I'm just measuring it off roughly, just eyeballing it, and I would like rough edges. I would also like to see the edge of the page. So I'm making it a lot smaller than the actual page itself, which is cool. So honestly, usual, I don't know what I'm doing. All I know is that I wanted to use a separate sheet and then stick it on my page. I also knew I wanted to see the page, so that's why I made this one smaller. I had some paint on my desk, so that's what I'm using. I went in with, as usual, not much of a plan. So I'm just using the sponge to slap some paint down on my square rectangle piece of paper. And I also thought that I would like to do some collage because, I feel like as of late, that's my thing. It's what I like to do. So I'm going to continue doing it until I get fed up. And if that's never, then great. This paint is very interesting. It's very thick. I had to really, you all saw how it looked. But it's nice. It's a nice gold. I really like it. And then I saw this piece of paper in my little box of scraps. And I just really, really love the red. So what I did was I pulled out just because I am trying my best to work small, hence the small book. But I just pulled out some small pieces and with colors that I felt went with the background of the actual page, which is to the top of where I'm working. It's a kind of, peaches brown, tan kind of color. So that is piece of gift paper with the circles. The red is scraps. Green and brown goes, red and brown goes. Then I'm coming in with a little kind of tan strip. I think it's coffee dyed, to be honest. If it's not, yeah, it is. And, of course, that definitely matches the background page. And then I have this piece here. It's that strip that's off on the right. I'm putting in more red because the red looked really strange with just that one piece. So I was like, nah, I need to put in another piece. And then this is a kind of gold, bronzy black, which definitely goes. And it's a darker color, which is cool, which is good. So I'm sticking these down. And then I look at it and I was like, okay, Gina, what are you going to do now? It's ridiculous. So I just went back and added some more. Just the same sponge that had the same paint on it. I'm just slapping some more on the page, hoping to tie it in kind of. It looks really odd. So I was like, okay, let's add a stencil, which would help bring it together a little more, cover up some things, join it up, make it look more unified. So I thought I would use the squares and I thought I would use the white. I thought that white was actually a kind of very light cream, but it turned out to be white. That's why I kind of just left it there. And then the white squares that I put down, it was so light, you could barely see it. So I was like, nah, we need some dark colors happening. So I brought in my nice chocolate brown, and I was much more pleased. I was like, yes, this looks so good. So then I thought, okay, we need some kind of focal point. I was going to put a word, but I didn't have any on hand or at hand. So I decided to draw. And then I thought, what am I going to draw? And of course, the first thing that came to mind was either face. And I was like, nah, I don't want to do a face. So I did a leaf branch thingy. So I'm using my charcoal pencil and I am just sketching. And then I'm thinking, Gina, should you have done this in the black charcoal? So then I was thinking, okay, it's fine. I already used it. So let's kind of solidify it and make it not spreadable by adding the water, right? That should help fix it. So I just traced everything over with a wet paintbrush. And then I looked at it and I was like, does this look finished? It needs something. So I said, yeah, let's kind of fill in our branch, right? So what I'm doing now is going to add some green because it's a branch. But I think it's a neon, so it's kind of see-through, but it's bright. So I wanted it see-through and I wanted it bright. So I'm doing that and I'm thinking, okay, this could work. Maybe I could do 2 or 3 layers. Let's see how it works, right? So we're doing that. And then I was thinking that it looked kind of strange with the green. So because I wanted it to be more visible, I guess. So I came in, what I ended up doing was mixing in brown and the green with the leaves. Right, so here I added white because it was just real too see-through and you wasn't really seeing the green at all. So I just added a very light touch of white, which helped make it more opaque, but still see-through. And then I pulled out this part. It is not acrylic paint. It is Pentel, like tempera paint. What do you call it? That the children use in school. Yeah, I believe it's tempera paint. So if it gets wet, it will spread. It will run, you know? So yeah. So I decided to use that for the little circle ball things that I drew. And I just thought that'll be fun. And I at this point I'm thinking, hey, this kind of looks like Christmas. This is so cool. And then I'm trying to blend it in and trying to make it look like it's part of the branch because it was looking like it was just floating around on the page. So poster paints, that's the word I was looking for. Poster paints, that's right. Right, so that's poster paints. And then I thought, okay, let's do some white squigglies in the red circles, but then I didn't like how it looked. So I just did them back over in the red, and that, to me, looked a lot better. And then I was thinking that it still needed more something. I'm trying to keep these pages very short. So what I did here was just added some white marks to make it look like it has a reflection on them and to help it to have some dimension so it wouldn't look so flat. And now I'm using my Uniball to just help it. I didn't want it too neat or anything, so I'm trying to help it look a little scrappy and give it a little messy outline by using that pen, and I am liking it more and more. Foodie ball, it's my foodie ball pen. I don't know what's going on with me. So I thought I'd do some splashes to help brighten up the page. I thought I wanted to cover my leaves so that it doesn't get splashed on, but I changed my mind and I was like, yeah, let's do that. So then I added a messy pen border on the background page. And then I thought this page is blending into the background page, so I'm giving this a border, a very light brown border with the paint. And yeah, this is it. I love it so much. I really do. I'm so happy with it. You know, it's nice when not often do I do something and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's awesome. But yeah, I really like this page. So I'm doing more splashes because I just love it. Love splashes. And then I had to tell myself, Gina, you need to stop. And then I pulled out my stamps and I decided that this year I'm going to stamp them. So this is number 1. I just found it looks so cute. So this is number 1, day 1. So thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think, and I look forward to seeing you for day 2.